Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I am working on two 3x8s here, but it's somewhat misleading because this is actually a fold out. So I have a full 6x8 photo here that's cut in half to fit into both sides of that folded page protector. And then I also have this on the other side. So I actually have quite a bit going on here. I may not be able to finish that depending on how long all of this takes. We'll see. But I'm definitely looking to get these two finished and then the inside of this one. Over here, I've already picked out this card, and I kind of had to do that because on the other side, I had another part of a layout and I wanted to adhere it directly to the back of whatever pocket card I chose to cut down on some bulk. So that has been selected, but I think I do want to cover up some parts of it, maybe up here and a little bit of this journaling because I really don't need all that room. I don't have that much to say about it, and I could journal here too if I wanted. So that's what I'm starting with, and I'll just see where it takes me. So I have removed this photo from the page protector because that one will probably be the easiest one to work on. Really, all I'm going to do is I want to put something up here. I think I might stamp. I could do some chipboard, some kind of embellishment. I'm not sure, but I don't want to mess with anything else that's over here. So if I'm just doing this upper part, it should be, in theory, pretty simple. So I think I'm going to start there and just see what I want to use for that spot. I have pulled out some things to potentially use here. I have this Chicago stamp set. I actually have two Chicago stamp sets, but this is the newer one and I haven't used it as much. So I like it a little better just because it's newer, new shiny things. So I have that. But I pulled out some other things that I thought just color-wise might work because look at the color in the water here. Both of these have kind of this teal color almost happening. So I pulled out some stuff that I thought would match with that. I have this little chipboard phrase as well. And then in here, I have a bunch of things that you can kind of see peeking out that might work with that color scheme. So I found something in my stash of stuff for this project that I want to use. It's this label right here that says adventuring, and look at the color. That isn't quite what I thought I was going to do, but it matches very well with the green that's over here. So I think I'm going to do that up there, and then I think I'm going to use the set that I pointed out before. It actually has a stamp that says RiverWalk, which is where I was. So I'm thinking I can layer it like that, or maybe even off center or something, just so that it works with the photo that's going to be on the inside. Let's see how that would look. If those were next to each other, how would that look? I think it would be okay because there's some darker green down here in the trees. With these added in, I think that would be okay. And then I'll stamp the RiverWalk in black, which I don't have any black on here yet, but I will because I always journal in black. So that will come, and then I could try to add it in somewhere else as well. All right, I wanted to stamp this first because if I screwed it up, I could have covered it up with the other little item that I had. But it went perfectly. Look at that. I'm happy with it. I did use my StazOn because this has a metallic finish, so it's very much a slick surface. I didn't want it to smudge. So if you're thinking you're going to stamp on photos, best way to go is StazOn. Okay, so just like that, the inside of this one is done. That's all I had to do. Love that. Super easy. And now I can move on to the rest of the stuff. For this 3x8 pocket card that I have, I've decided I'm going to cover up where it says weather because I don't really need that in there. I'm going to use this little chipboard phrase that I have that says, here we go. It's a good color match to the water down there. And I think I'm just going to do it like that so that it covers it up, adds a little visual interest. Then all I have to do is figure out, do I want to add something down here as well? So in that pile of stuff there were some sticker sheets from Vicky Boutin. This is one of them. And I think I'm going to use the one that was up top there. And it just says the scenic route. But the color works. It's got black in it as well, which I said I might try to work in. And I think I'm actually just going to place it towards the bottom here. It will take up some of the journaling area since I don't need all that. Plus it just adds a nice little extra visual element. And I like that. I don't know that I need to do much else over here. I might later, but for now I think I'm going to leave that alone. So now I'm down to this photo on this side and then this photo on this side. So I've got to pick out a card or pattern paper here, and I don't think a card will work here because this photo is too big and I want to keep it that big. So I think just some subtle pattern paper in the background. When I was looking at this off camera, I thought, you know what, it doesn't look bad with a white background. This is just, you know, the back of the photo showing through, but it doesn't look bad because of all the white that's over here. So what I'm considering is just using a white background. I can cut a thin piece of just paper like that comes in a page protector. That's what I tend to do when I just need a background, but I don't want to add bulk. I have plenty of those, so I could certainly do that. And then I thought, well, what if I did like some washi top and bottom just to delineate the picture from the background? So I pulled out these different washis. The majority of them are very thin because I wasn't sure I wanted the look of a wide piece of washi, but I'll cut the paper and then I'll set these down and I'll figure out which one do I really like the best. All right, I cut my piece of cheapo white here, and it actually is from this on the other side, just a scrap I had, but it works because then I don't have to cut into something new. It's something I already had. Those are all good things. Then when I was looking at these together, since this outside one will sit next to here, I don't want a big title up top. So I think I will place this more towards the top and then leave myself a little bit more room towards the bottom where I could stamp, add an embellishment, do something other than just the washi. I ended up going with this subtle striped washi, very thin and narrow, but I think it works because I've got this weird horizontal pattern from the parking garage here, and to have then a vertical pattern I think is a nice offset. So I went with that. And then I liked it so much I decided to add a little piece over here too. So now it matches and I've got a visual triangle happening with each of those strips of washi. I felt like I wanted something up here in the upper right hand corner, but I wasn't sure what. And then I thought, okay, well, the only other color really that I could maybe try to match is this background here behind where it says root, because it's not white, it's not really gray, it's kind of in between. Well, when I was looking at that same set of Vicky Boutin stickers, I was looking at this and like, ooh, both of these would probably work. And then I decided because there's a geotag down here, I would go in the upper right with this to make them look cohesive, and there's probably just enough room up there to squeeze that in. So I was trying to figure out what to do down below, and once again I was looking in this same pile of stuff that I have, basically all stickers, and this was in there. This is an older set from Citrus Twist. I don't remember exactly when I got it, but I've had it a while. And I was looking at all of these, and this is the closest color to what I've got going. And then I realized I kind of dig the one that says location, 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 because this is pretty perfect and it's a happy place to be in the evening. Even though, you know, COVID was happening when I was there, rates were fairly low at that time, and, you know, it's better to be outside than inside, and lots of people were outside enjoying the evening. All right, I put that on, and with those stickers, I love it. The only thing is the white feels very white. And so now I'm thinking, oh, what can I add? I think I'm going to do a little bit of splattering, and I'm going to use this, which is my Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and it's patina. So you can kind of see here, it's a little closer to that color that's in the water. But if I bring that over here, I think that will actually help. So I'm going to do that next. All right, I did my splattering, and this one came out great. I'm happy with that one. But the other one, this is the chance you take when you do splattering, is you only have so much control. On this one, I loved everything except that I got a really big glob right there, right off the bat. So I probably didn't shake it off hard enough before I started. It's not totally dry yet. Maybe when it's dry, I'll learn to live with it, but it's pretty big when you look at the rest of this. I may cover it up with something. We'll see how much it bothers me once it's actually dry. And now I'm down to the last one. I thought that maybe I wouldn't get to this one, but because that other stuff is drying, I might as well do this while I wait. So I was looking at the photo, and I really didn't want to have to try to match pattern paper to it. Frankly, I'm getting to the end of this album. I'm almost done. I'm getting a little lazy. I want to make it easy on myself to just get it done. So I pulled out this 3x8 card here. And I think what I'm going to do is, because this actually matches the building pretty well when it's lit up, I'm probably just going to put it right like that in the middle, or maybe even slightly more to the top. And then I want to try to find something that can go in here. I don't mind a little journaling room there. Not sure what I would do with this. I could do the washi trick again just to add something. And I might stamp in here, not sure, but at least that gets me started. So in my kit of stuff that I had gathered for this album, I had this in there. And I originally thought I might use it for the night shots that I have of the skyline that come after this. But I really like it here. It fit in there nicely. You can see that it's starting, to really be evening because we're at golden hour here. The sun is going down and the lights have come on, and you can see the sun in the west reflecting, off the buildings very nicely. So I think I'm going to use that. Plus it brings in a little black, or very, very dark gray at least, to this, because I will be journaling in that, and there's black up top. So I think that helps. And if I stamp, even better. For this one, I think I'm going to end up going a little bit different here. I found these stickers in my bin as well, and I think I'm actually going to use the one of the phone up here, and then, or maybe here, because I could put it here and then still stamp something. But anyway, it'll be up top. And then I think when I journal, I'll just say something like, oh, I'm so glad, I have a decent phone where I can capture photos like this, just, quickly with a quick snap, because I used to carry my DSLR everywhere. Well, now that my iPhone, those phones have advanced so far, I don't even have to carry that anymore. So I do love it that I can get it, good shots, even when it's at dusk and the lights, could be a little iffy, that it comes out well. All right, as you can see, I added the puffy sticker, and then I decided to add some washi. I purposely made this piece shorter because this is there, so I didn't want two long pieces. I also didn't want it to look exactly like the other layout where I had two that were pretty much the same length. And I also decided to switch to this washi, which has little like gold stars or asterisk shapes on it. And I thought that was nice because the lights were coming on, it's a little gold, and then I have the yellow up here. And speaking of up here, I've decided I'm going to stamp in that empty space. And I had these sitting in my cart next to my desk. And when I was looking at them, I'm like, oh yeah, this is regular font, but this is kind of a little bit script, a little bit funky. It kind of works with this. So I'm not going to use all of that. I'm just going to use the here. So I'll use a marker, or I'll use the edge of an ink pad to do it. But I'm going to stamp here right in this spot. So it'll say details captured here. All right, here we go. Everything is dry and in the pockets. So here you can see this one. Here's this one on top of the fold out. There's the fold out. I love this photo. I'm so digging how it turned out there. And then when you turn over, this will be what you see on the back. So I got all of those done. It took longer than I thought, took more work than I thought, but I'm really pleased with the end result. So here's another one finished for Chicago. Thanks for watching.